Answer in a word or a sentence. 1. What are neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers produced naturally by the human brain. 2. Name 2 NGOs mentioned in the article. 1. Save the Children. 2. Charita Nirman Sevadar Trust. 3. What is DAX? The Delhi AIDS Control Society. 1. Which is one of the major reasons for drug abuse is cited by the author. One of the major reasons for drug abuse is that in the popular media such as television and films, it is always spoken about, and is at times glorified. Quite often, doing drugs is romantic so youngsters who are inexperienced in life find it a thrilling affair to take drugs. 2. What do studies on the street children of Delhi reveal? Studies on the street children of Delhi reveal many shocking facts. More than 46,000 cases of substance abuse by street children of Delhi were reported in 2017. The cases of consumption of drug substances in that year were heroin, 840, opium, 430, pharmaceutical opioids, 210, and sedatives, 210. 3. State Section 64 of the NDPS Act. Section 64 of the NDPS Act states, immunity from prosecution to addicts volunteering for treatment. Provided that the said immunity from prosecution may be withdrawn if the addict does not undergo the complete treatment for their addiction. 1. How does drug usage become drug abuse or drug addiction? There are several reasons why drug usage soon becomes drug abuse. Youngsters sometimes feel a need to deal with stress or to get excited. Or they just want to fit in with their peers. Soon they reach a stage in which they need drugs more than anything else in life. They will then think that their survival depends on these drugs. The popular media such as the television and films glorify and romanticize the use of drugs. The inexperienced youngsters are misled by this, and they think it is thrilling to take drugs. People learn about the risk factors in using drugs. This makes them use drugs to test the risks involved. Drug usage becomes drug addiction because of all these circumstances and factors. 2. How do drugs affect the communication system of the brain? Drug abuse seriously affects the communication system of the brain. Drugs are primarily chemicals which affect the communication system of the human brain. They disturb the ways in which the nerve cells send, process and receive information. The drugs copy the natural chemical messengers of the human brain. They overstimulate the brain's reward circuit. The brain produces chemical messengers known as neurotransmitters. Certain drugs are structured in the same way as neurotransmitters. They can activate the brain cells so that they will produce large volumes of neurotransmitters. This disturbs the normal functioning of the brain communication. 3. What is the best treatment for a drug user? Those who have been drug abusers for a long time require sustained treatment. The treatment depends on the kind of drug the person has been using. The best treatment emphasizes phenomena related to the individual's life. The treatment combines medication and behavioral therapy. As a result, the person will gradually lose the urge to use drugs. These treatment programs will make the person say no to drugs in the future. This is highly important for a complete cure to drug abuse. 4. Discuss briefly the scheme implemented by the Haryana government to curb the issue of drug abuse. The Haryana government has implemented a scheme to curb drug abuse. The scheme is called Central Sector Scheme of Assistance for Prevention of Alcoholism and Substance Drug Abuse. Under this scheme, the government gave financial assistance to the eligible NGOs. Panchayat Raj institutions and urban local bodies. These, in turn, will provide integrated services for the rehabilitation of addicts. The government issued an advisory to all states and union territories asking them to take measures for the prevention of drug abuse among children. What are the solutions offered by the author to the threat of drug abuse and the various initiatives to fight it? Drug abuse is terribly harmful to the individual's life and health. In his brilliant article on drug abuse, Samudranil Mukherjee analyzes the causes of drug addiction and offers effective solutions to it. Medical experts are of the view that drug abuse can be easily prevented. Prevention is the best method to deal with it. Prevention programs should involve families, schools and immediate communities. The popular media must also play a positive role in preventing drug abuse. The media should resist the temptation to make money by romanticizing and glorifying drug abuse. It needs to expose the disastrous consequences of drug addiction. The youth should be made to feel that drug usage is harmful in every conceivable way. They must have a clear idea as to the ruinous effect of drug abuse on their life and health. This will induce them to stop using drugs. They will also then try to prevent others in their peer group to do the same. For people who are already drug addicts, sustained treatment is the only option. The treatment depends on the kind of drug that the person has been using. It also concentrates on the facts related to the person's individual life. This includes medical, psychological and work-related needs. It also takes into account the issues involved in the person's relationship with other people. The treatment, says science, combine medication and behavioral therapy. The aim is to make the victim of drug abuse stop feeling the urge to take drugs. These treatment programs also impart the patient the skill and ability to say no to drugs in the future. When a drug abuser acquires such a skill, his addiction is likely to be completely cured. The author also gives a detailed account of the various initiatives to fight drug abuse. The NGO, Save the Children, has stated that more than 50,000 children lived on the streets of Delhi in 2011. Out of these, about 46,400 children were addicted to drugs. The Haryana government implemented a scheme titled Central Sector Scheme of Assistance for Prevention of Alcoholism and Substance, Drug Abuse. This scheme was meant to give financial assistance to eligible NGOs, Panchayat Raj institutions and urban local bodies, which will help to rehabilitate the addicts. Various NGOs have also taken the initiative to reform drug abusers. Charita Nirman Sevadar Trust has started their addiction program. Chetna is another NGO which runs an unofficial recreation center for children inside the Nizamuddin police station. The Delhi AIDS Control Society has suggested that medical officers should be trained to work with patients of drug abuse. These initiatives of the NGOs involve constructive programs to reform drug addicts.